ago, or a little over an hour ago now.
Yeah.
There was 2 minutes of practice left.
Nice.
And then I got in there and realized I had to like tweak my view and like check to see if fuel was set up right, and I didn't get a full lap till
The
qualifying.
track temperature's decreasing. It's now 29
And I've never
Celsius.
driven that car on that track before. And there was like 30 people in the server. It was a little much.
Nice.
Are you just starting a race at Silverstone right now?
Yeah, it's actually going to be Watkins. I'm doing the forfeit trick to get both.
Oh, okay.
It's giving me a, are you sure? It says the registration period ends at the start of the session. When session is started, all registrations will be scored. Withdrawing from the event after it started will result in the user forfeiting the race and receiving a DNS. These users are scored below all others in the session. I don't really like that.
Okay, so where are you right now? What are you signed up in?
I'm in the Watkins Glen race.
Okay.
And if I go back to my...
Where are you in the Watkins Glen race? Is it practice?
It's in quali currently, so I guess maybe I have to wait till after quali.
I think you're okay once quali started, but I would wait till quali and when you're gridding. And then I would for sure don't listen to any message it tells you. Just hit forfeit and then go sign up for the other one.
All right. Well, then I'll just...
Because I know we've done that and it hasn't been a problem.
Yep.
But I believe even once you've started quali, you should be okay. I think, as far as I know from watching some of the other streamers do it, I think once you join the actual race server, as long as you don't back out and leave, you should be good to forfeit and be fine.
Well,
but
I'll just sit here and wait.
I would keep it a little safe and probably do it between qualifying and racing.
Yeah. Well,
some of those maniacs will do it while they're on a damn straightaway in the middle of the race.
Let's see.
That's a little much.
P9 of 21.
Based off car number?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not bad.
No. It sucks, though, because I've still got safety rating problems, so...
Right.
We're going to just go to the back again.
Well, hey, we're at the start of a season now, so...
That's true.
There isn't really any safety rating problems right now unless you hit 1.0.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting there.
You're not that close.
No, 1.5 right now.
1.5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were even higher than that, actually.
Closer than I'd like to be. No,
for sure.
1.51.
145.6. The leader has just done a 145.
Yeah, so I only got a 4X in that whole Sebring race. I think I ended up finishing 9th, I want to say.
Nice.
And I gained 1 I rating.
That was
and but I qualified like 20 something. Like I was, there was a dude with 700 I rating that qualified with faster lap than me because like I didn't get any practice.
Jeez.
And I was like, oh no, I've done it. I'm in trouble.
Yep.
And the 1 4X I got, like I was heated.
Sure.
I rear-ended a guy in front of me that I thought was blocking and trying to not let me get around.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting a guy in a Porsche just catching me very quickly because this dude in front was way slower and holding me up. And so I kept creeping closer and closer. And then as I got really close, I feel like he was doing things like what really pissed me off is I got a good run on him out of a corner.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got the spotter call that I was on his left right as we entered a spot that's real kind of tight, hard to go side by side.
Yeah.
And he cut me off and like didn't leave me an inch to the left. And then the next corner, I went diving in tight on him, and I was trying to get a run off that turn because I was going to get him out of that down the straight. We were entering that Le Mans complex, the 3 corners before the straightaway before sunset.
Yeah.
And in the first right-hander there, I swear he lifted and like brake checked me.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit him right in the middle of the right-hand corner, bopped him right in the butt with my nose, and he got rear damage, like I hit him pretty good,
Yeah.
and I got front damage, and we're like 4 laps into a 45-minute race.
Oy.
And I'm pissed because I was like, bro, you're holding me up. Like, when I gotta run, you're like closing the door right as I'm getting called, you know? And then I get, and then we go through this complex and you see me all over you, and then you fucking lift or brake when we're supposed to be on throttle.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit you and damage my car. And so as we're coming out of that, I also got to run again coming out of that onto the straightaway. And I got a spotter call, but I was coming off the left, you know, that big curb.
Yep.
Right as you're entering that straightaway.
Mm-hmm.
I was coming off that, like, loaded up hard on throttle. And I couldn't cross over him to the inside, to his right. So I just held the left because he was kind of... There was like 3/4 of a car width to the white line from where he was. He was like way to the right. And so I'm like, okay, like I gotta run. There's a hole there. This is where I'm going. And so right as I get there, the fucker just inches over on me and like makes it to where my left tires are gonna be in the grass.
Nice.
And so I just hold it. I put my left tires right on the fucking white line right as the curb's ending. Yeah. And I'm just like, nope, I'm not moving. He comes all the way over till we have contact.
Well, that was nice.
And then I basically give him a bump draft, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets a run. So then there goes my run again. And I'm like, this guy's, like, at that point I'm raging. So I start flashing him. I flashed him like 8 times. By the time we got in Sunset, I was fired up.
Yeah.
Well, the dude behind me that was going to pass me and him, if he didn't get the hell out the way, gets side by side with all of us going into Sunset because all this craziness he's causing up there.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude just rear ends him as we're entering Sunset. The guy I'm trying to pass too. Because that guy was just diving on us hard on braking zones.
Mm-hmm.
So he smashes him lightly, but kind of overspeeds him into Sunset. The dude freaks out halfway around the corner in Sunset and then just plows straight into the wall. And, like, his race is essentially over. He went in the pits and got repaired and came out later, but, you know, I mean, it dramatically affected his race, obviously, at that point.
All right,
Dude starts sending me private messages, telling me I'm crazy, what's wrong with me, he's going to report me.
Like, okay.
You know, I'm a piece of shit and all this stuff, and I can't be flashing him, and I need to read the sporting code, and I'm like... I just got on the mic, and I'm like, bro, you freaking brake checked me in the middle of a corner when you should have been on the gas, blah, 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 blah. I just laid all out like everyone's listening, you know?
Yep.
Because I can't do anything to respond to him at that point.
Sure.
I go, you can report me if you want. Like, yeah, I'm not supposed to be flashing. You're right. Like, cool. But I was pissed, you know, because you had done this and this and that and running me off the road, not leaving me room and shit. And then I wait to the end of the race, so... And then at the end of the race, I'm like, I sent him a message. I go, do you want to talk about it or not? Like, I'll look at it, but I haven't got to look at it at all, you know? Right. And he's like, oh, there's nothing to talk about. You're such a dirty driver. Da, 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 da. I'm just like, oh, my gosh, man. You know, and no one will believe you, but I'm like, bro, I'm not that guy. Like, if anything, I'm too tentative, usually.
Yeah.
And I think what he expected me to do, so I ended up in this like 15-minute like text chat with this guy because he wasn't on a mic, going back and forth. He finally at the end is like, hey, you know what, since at least you had a discussion with me about it, he's like, I'm not going to report it. Like, you know, we still like had to agree to disagree because I literally was like, I think you brake checked me.
Yeah, there we go.
His brakes didn't come on, but I was like, you went so slow that I rear-ended you, and I think that was your fault, and you're saying it was my fault, like, you know, and we're just not going to agree because he wouldn't go look at it with me.
Right.
He was just talking only, and I'm like, okay. But at least he decided to not report it at the end, and I did say sorry for flashing him and all that, but...
Still there.
Then after he left, then the channel closed on us. Like, we were kind of done anyways.
Yeah.
Like, the network device closed or whatever it's called.
Yep.
And so our chat was over. Like, couldn't even send a message to each other anymore.
Still there.
And then I go watch it. This guy went 20 kilometers per hour minimum speed slower in the moment when I rear-ended him than he did
Jeez.
on every other lap.
Yeah.
20.
20's a lot.
I was like, what? Because I literally lifted and rolled into him off throttle and then braked afterwards, right?
Right.
And I was like, this guy is intentionally doing this, but I think what I realized is he just really was not at the skill level to be where he was on track with us. And maybe that's my fault because I didn't get any practice. So I kind of put myself in that, but I think he just freaked out because I was riding his ass.
Maybe.
I think is what happened. And then he just couldn't, you know, or maybe isn't knowledgeable enough with reviewing incidents and operating the camera and looking at the things like the speed in the middle of the corner and going frame by frame. I don't think he's like either that or he just is one of those guys where his ego won't let him see it from any other angle than what he thinks.
Sure.
And so I was like, I watched it and I'm like, exactly how I remember it is exactly what happened. Like, bro running me off the track when I have runs on him. Like, literally overslowing like a massive amount in the middle of the corner, shut my run down, and stop me from being able to go. And then I set the next corner up and I get a run, and then he drives me off the damn track, or tries to, which again killed my run again. And at that point, I start flashing him like crazy, and I'm like, if you want to go report that, fucking feel free. I mean, I might get something, I might get a little slap on the wrist for doing all the flashing.
Sure.
But there's no way someone that reviews incidents wouldn't be like, yeah, that guy was...
Well, he's got to show the incident
caused the wreck.
Yeah, he's got to show the incident, not all the other stuff, you know?
Yeah, I don't know what he would have shown, because it would have been up to him, but...
Sure.
I was just, after that race, I was like, man, I got out of that, and I just looked at all the other races that were available, and I'm like, I'm good. Like...
Well...
That's stressful, dude. I'm gonna go do laps at Watkins. Like,
yep.
What a pain in the ass.
Well, so here we are, lap 2, and I'm from 20th, I think, up to 12th.
Yeah. Nice. So you did the same no qualify thing?
Yep.
That's working out pretty good for you.
Well, it helps when
Seems
nobody
to
can
be a
drive
good
at Watkins,
system.
so... That
Yeah,
guy's
well, I
broken.
mean, only the front guys can, and the front guys are just annoying the shit out of each other the whole lap, pretty much.
Yep.
At least they're annoying the shit out of me when I'm doing it. Yeah, one of those, like, ultra stressful F4 Watkins races would not...
The driver in front of us is
after
Garcia, car number
that
19,
GT
C
race.
license, and their rating
And
is
those were the only
1.5.
4Xs I got the whole race. I had a really good race besides that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just sort of was lame, I guess.
Yep.
Just sort of sours it. And I had a great race in the GT1 before that. Those are the only races I did tonight, because obviously I worked.
Still there.
The GT1 at VIR, man.
Hold
So
your line.
good. So
Clear
freaking
right.
good.
Good work, mate.
The
Keep going.
Corvette does sound better than the Aston, though, I have to say.
Yeah.
I think the Aston, when you're outside of the car,
Major,
actually
the next
sounds,
car
I
is
would say,
Silver,
as good
car
or
number
better
8.
than the Corvette.
Yeah.
But when you're in the car driving, the Corvette sounds way better.
Sure.
The Aston is muffled when you're inside the car, and the cool exhaust note it has is kind of taken from it.
Right.
But it is a fucking smooth, hooked up rocket ship compared to
Nice.
the Corvette, man. It's great. Well, I'm finding a little speed here at Watkins. I'm going faster than my fastest lap by over a second.
15 minutes left.
Where are you?
Whatever my previous. The boot configuration with the bus stop at Watkins.
Oh, gotcha.
in
You're
the
just
LMP3.
practicing? Oh, LMP3, got it. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, and I'm playing around with the setup, so I put the right amount of fuel in it
Yeah.
for the race we're gonna be doing because we're
Yep.
fuel limited. And I was just reading the notes about like how to actually, you know, like what certain things do. This car has a million
Fastest
adjustments.
lap
Sure.
for Kern,
So this is like I think this is like a really setup dependent
car in front
car.
has just posted a 145.
Like you gotta kind of know what the hell you're doing with this thing if you
Right.
want to be fast. And I've only made one change besides the fuel, but
Yeah.
it seemed to just slightly fix this like on throttle understeer I was getting off the corners just by this. So I took one little
Kern, car number
dead
1 is now
gurney
leading.
flap or something. I don't know, some shit off the back that gave me a little bit more front downforce. Besides that, I just started with the high. Oh shit! I just hit a 30. I just hit a 39.4. I think when I came in here, my fastest lap was a 41 something.
Nice. Tracked him.
Yeah. I mean, Pat will probably be doing 37s, but I'm finding time. I'm doing something right. So yeah, I just made one little change to give a little more downforce to the front and get it to turn. And it seemed to work. I feel like Watkins should be a high downforce track.
Yeah.
But it's a little confusing though because you have so many long straightaways.
Yeah, but
like
there's a lot of corner time though.
Yeah, you do. There's big sweeping corners where you're carrying speed.
Yep.
So I feel like I would really have to sacrifice a lot.
Car number
with less
2
downforce.
is now in the lead. Okay, Jeff, you need to pass this track. You're
And
losing
with the
too much time.
GT1s, what do you think VIR is as far as like downforce?
Oh, that's tough. It depends on which layout, in my opinion. If you got that big old straight, you can't give up the speed in the straight, you know.
Well, here's the funny thing. I first did, of course, the Corvette's a tricky car in the first place.
Yeah.
But I first did the race when I just hopped in with the vet initially. I threw medium on, so I didn't have a lot of time to practice because that's my retarded style. And
clear left.
I threw medium on because I was like, I know I'm not going to want low downforces like
car left.
What's that, South Bend?
Hold your line.
Yep.
And you know, there's some corners in there that are pretty critical that you want some downforce for.
Right.
So I went medium, and I did the race, and the car was sketchy.
Still there.
And I didn't really feel like anyone was running less downforce than me because I didn't feel like anyone was really killing me on the straightaways. And then the next race, I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna try high downforce and see how it is.
Sure.
The car was pretty sketchy on medium, and it felt a lot better in the corners. And I didn't really feel like I lost any speed on the straight by doing that, or maybe like very, very negligible to where it didn't even matter.
Yep.
And I think the reason why is because you have a high horsepower V8 car.
Yeah.
That doesn't really have a ton of aero on it in the first place.
Right.
So I was like, you know, I bet high downforce on these cars sorta doesn't even affect the straight line speed that much.
Sure.
And so then I did the next race with the high downforce, and I did way better, and I got loose way less often.
Yep.
And then I haven't run anything but high downforce since.
Okay, so just for the record, I'm in P7 now.
Nice.
And I got 6, 5, and 4 within a second of me up front.
You're like the Watkins Glen draft master.
I know. I won't catch 1, 2, but 4 I think I've got. Oh, he's wide anyways. Oh, don't you do it, you jerk.
Crash.
On the left side, clear left.
Someone cut you off, or did you?
Yeah. He had a bad corner, and then he got all
swerved right.
Yeah.
Typical.
Still there.
I'm telling you, those Formula drivers, man,
10 minutes
they're
to
the
go.
worst.
That's 10 minutes left. Come on, man, keep pushing.
Those open wheel guys are nuts.
It's like if we just behaved as though it actually could kill us, you know, it wouldn't be that bad.
I don't know though, because real life drivers, dude, they're as crazy as we are on iRacing, are more crazy sometimes. Right?
I mean,
or am I just?
There's an incident in turn 11. Car right. Still there.
Do you think the etiquette's better, generally speaking?
Yeah, that's the issue, right?
Hold your line. Clear right.
Yeah. Oh,
My opinion.
The etiquette. Yeah.
All right. So look, this is gonna blow your mind.
Okay.
That's P5.
P5, just done a
Nice.
146.9.
You got a lot of time left in the race, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Like, it's still early. I'm on a heater. What's this one gonna be? 138.6. What am I smoking right now? This is out of control.
Dude, I got 1.2 behind and 1.1 to ahead.
Wow.
Kroon, car number 2, is now leading.
So you can pull
1.3.
up and
Oh,
drop the guy
dude.
behind
Oh, this is so nice.
Dude, I watched the 2 videos you posted yesterday.
Yeah.
It's funny to me when I watch, if I were to watch a replay of like my own stream or whatever, not that I have a stream, but
Yeah.
like my own replay,
Yep.
I feel like I would be able to tell if I was on the limit or not. But for some reason with the VR, I have no idea.
Really?
Like, I was watching you watching me in the qualifying, and I
Yep.
know I was like, I was scrubbing those tires consistently from the start up to the end of like every damn corner. And I had like the smooth tire scrub all the way around, and I couldn't even tell when I was watching it. I was like, what?
No.
I couldn't hear the tire noise at all, which was weird. And then just with the VR angle, it's like, it looks like I could go way faster
Yeah.
as I'm watching. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't even look like I'm trying that hard. It's weird.
Okay, Jeff, halfway home. Fuel looks good.
Do you have your, one thing I was wondering is, have you gone in your sound settings and turned your, like, tire noise all the way up? And then
I've turned the
like,
engine
other things
noise down. I haven't turned the
Okay,
tire noise
that
all the way up,
helps.
but I've turned the engine down.
Oh, you definitely need to jack the tire noise. Like, if you leave everything normal, default, and then you jack the tire noise, you still can't hear it because it's overpowered by all the other noises.
All right, hold on. I'm in a 2 wide here. One sec.
Hold your
Oh,
left.
get him.
Brilliant, nice one. You've got half your fuel left.
Oh, baby. All right, dude. That's P4.
That's crazy. And you started 20, what? 21st?
It had to have been 20th or 22nd. Yeah.
20 something.
And I'm only
Wow.
5.2 behind P3. And 1, 2, and 3 are battling.
And,
I'm only 5.4 behind P1.
You got a 4X now, or did you just get blocked?
I got nothing. I just got blocked.
Nice, nice, nice. That's really good.
Whew. I gotta get me some gap here from the guy behind me. Half a second ain't gonna do it. There's 0.6.
Alright, Jeff, don't be intimidated by this little shit. Make him work for it. P4, your lap time was 145.7.
I'm gonna be so disappointed tomorrow when or not tomorrow, but Tuesday. When I load in and then see that I'm still a second and a half off pace, because I feel like I'm killing it right now.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna load in and Pat will be running a 37 flat. The bus stop is so sketchy at Watkins.
That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. The guy in front is a lap behind.
If you hit too much of the curb in the LMP3 too, you just high center and absolutely die. There's nothing you can do.
Kern, car number 1 is leading the race.
Oh, I finally blew it. damage, but I'll reset. Oh, I was almost out of fuel anyhow. My optimal's a 38.0. And my best is a 38.
Car in front is Kroon, car number 2, and their rating is 3.4.
Down to 4.6 to P3.
Get his ass. What's the guy behind you now?
1 point something.
Sector 2 and 3 are fast. Sector 1 is
hold on, I gotta check.
off the pace.
1.2 behind.
Okay. Just did a little bit of draft.
The gap to Brooks behind is
I've
increasing.
got lap traffic
Now
though, so I'll get a
2
little bit of
seconds.
draft here on the back straight.
Nice. That'll help.
Come on, baby. You could stay on the racing line, that would be helpful.
Meisel, car number 7, is now in the lead.
Thank you. One, 2, and 3 are still fighting up there.
Daytona, 24 hours, the 17th. Okay.
.4 to P3. I don't think I'm going to catch these guys. They're quick and they're smart.
Yeah, if they stay together, it's. I mean,
Yeah.
but hey, you're gonna gain.
They
hell
keep
out of
changing
racing
positions, but
security.
they're definitely quick.
Sector 2 and 3 are pretty good. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Come on, guys, fight up there. Yeah, 3 wide. Do it. Do it.
Kern, car number 1, is now in the lead.
Come on. 2.1 behind, 4.2 ahead.
It's hot.
Okay, Jeff, the next car is Meisel.
3.5
car number
ahead.
7.
Last lap. That's too bad.
Yeah, it's a long way to go.
It's okay. Somebody's going to send it. They're really
One more lap to
close.
go. That lap was a 1:45.5. Good consistency. Keep them coming.
Somebody's got to send it. .7. They're within a tenth, all 3 of them. 3 wide. Oh, he's on the dirt. Come on.
Shit, Pat and Scott are in some sort of user-created WCR session at Watkins with LMP3s right now. I don't know what it is. I don't remember hearing anything about it, but yeah, there's one GT4, 2 GT4s, and then all LMP3s. So I'll pop in here and see what they're doing
They've
right
spread out. That's too bad.
now. What's your gap now?
3.4, but they're 3 seconds or 3/10 apart from each other. So there's no way they're gonna wreck each other now. Oh, somebody went for it on the inside of the off camber. And everybody survived. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm. How much iRating are you going to gain with that?
I have no idea, but it's a P4 top split. 0 incident.
Car 9, right?
Yep.
Should be good.
B4. Okay, it's over. Good drive. That's the end of the session.
Oh my gosh. Pat's best lap is a 136.2.
Nice. Jeez. Compared to your what now?
I ran a 138.5, and Scott Dancer, for example, is at a 137.7.
145.4. Really quick.
So I definitely have some stuff to learn, and I probably don't have the right setup or anywhere near it.
Oh, dude, I totally spaced signing up for the Watkins race. I missed it. I must have forfeited and not signed up because we were talking. Dang it.
Yeah.
That sucks. Well, never mind then.
Yeah, I guess you're not doing that.